You're listening to Metal Attack MTL with Double D here on MetalMessiahRadio.com.
All right, welcome to Metal Attack MTL. I'm Double D, and today I'm joined by Stu Block, the new frontman for Iced Earth. And well, welcome back to Canada.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I'm proud to be one of the first ones to say that to you.
All right.
How does it feel to be in Canada with your new band, Iced Earth?
Well, that's amazing, man. I mean, I've been striving. Like, I've been toured a lot in Canada with my other band, Into Eternity, but to be here with Iced Earth headlining, and I feel like I'm doing, the Canadian metal community proud, and being out there and being a Canadian vocalist, and it's a really defining proud moment for me. I'm really happy.
Now, I heard something that Century Media Records are actually partially to thank for you joining with Iced Earth.
Yeah, man. I mean, what happened was, because, I had ties with Century Media. When Matt was deciding to leave the band, and I guess John and Matt discussed it, and they had come to the decision that Matt would be leaving, John was with Oliver at Century Media, and Oliver had turned John to a couple of the music videos, Into Eternity music videos. And he really liked the passion and the fire and everything like that. He knew that I could do like the sort of Halford stuff, but he didn't know if I could do like the Matt mid-range kind of grit vocal. And yeah, man, I mean, it was really cool. And then I got a call from a Century Media representative and went back and forth with John. I recorded some songs, and next thing I know, I'm in Indiana recording with him, and I'm here today, so it's cool.
Is that something like unusual, for a record label to actually get involved that way?
No, I mean, the record labels do that for their bands because they know about the pool of people that they have in their rosters and stuff like that. I mean, I've heard it a few times before that record labels will be like, well, there's this other band that isn't working as much, or that they know, because they know about all these musicians, and so it's not a rare thing. I mean, it's not totally common either, but it's not rare.
All right, well, you guys have been touring North America for just a couple of days now. How have the fans been reacting to the new material so far?
Really, really cool, man. It's been really good. We started in Europe, and we noticed that the progression of those shows, that fans were singing more and more of the music, and now when we hit North America, the first few shows, man, everyone was singing all the lyrics, and it seems like the fans are really digging the album, so I'm very happy with that.
Okay, well, when you first joined over and you guys were touring in Europe, and even now, have you been the subject of any practical jokes or hazing from the other guys?
Oh yeah, man. And I'm sure it's going to keep going, man. My time isn't over.
Wake up in the bus and penises drawn over your face or something?
Yeah, all that stuff. I'm waiting for that day. I tried to not keep my guard down or get too drunk, so I'm not passed out enough that happens. But there was this one show in Europe where my tour manager, and I guess they all came up with this thing, they plastered on the stage, "Stu loves the cock," all over the stage, and when I entered the stage, I started fucking laughing my ass off, and I couldn't sing for like a minute because I was just laughing, and then it was very tough to keep serious because you're doing songs like Dante's Inferno, and then you look down and Stu loves the cock. It's pretty funny shit, man. So yeah, these guys are jokesters, man. It's a fun group of guys, and I'm sure my hazing isn't over yet.
Okay. Well, you've been. What album would you say would have the most challenging Iced Earth songs?
I'd say. Each song has its moments, but doing some of the Ripper Owens era stuff is a little more challenging because you're pushing your chest range up, and it's a little more difficult, but I'm starting to find that pocket. I'm starting to find where to sing that. So I mean, that was a bit of a challenge, like Declaration Day and 10,000 Strong, those types of songs. But I'm really finding my own niche in there, and I'm finding the pocket where to sing it, so it's really cool.
Your own, make it your own, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, there were some challenges, but it's cool.
Okay, have you been ever formally trained as a vocalist? Because you have a pretty wide range.
I mean, a lot of it is self-taught. I was in some choirs when I was a kid and stuff, and learning all that kind of stuff, and it was really, I'm more self-taught if anything. Listening to Priest and Maiden and singing along with my favorite vocalists and just seeing what my voice could do. But I mean, no major voice training or anything like that.
All right, well, the track from the album Dystopia, End of Innocence, that's a great track.
Thank you.
It's a very deep, heartfelt song about your mom's battle with cancer.
Yeah.
Now, when writing that track, when it came time to write that, was that like, were you in charge of the entire project, or was that something Iced Earth worked on as like a band together?
Well, John had the music written, and it was one of the songs that I was given to write to. When I was flown out to Indiana, we wrote that song together. I wrote all the lyrics and the melody for the vocals. He had the music written. He did more of the arranging and all that kind of stuff because he's a genius when it comes to arranging that kind of stuff. I can't do that, but I wrote the lyrics, melodies, yeah, I mean, it was a tough song to write because I had just been with my mom and it was real fresh in my head, and I just wanted to get it off my chest. And I wanted to open my heart to the fans too and let them a little bit into my life also.
All right, well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
How come I look at your past set list and I noticed that you haven't been performing that one live. Is there any reason for that? Or?
Well, it's just Watching Over Me is a very, very popular song, and we're starting to ease that song into it. Like I might do it a few shows, like might do it in Vancouver or something like that. But we're gonna do it occasionally. But we just decided that especially this last tour, we wanted to make it really heavy. And we wanted to just go balls to the wall, make sure that, showing people that Iced Earth is back, we're going to, kick some ass. And we wanted to keep the ballads to a minimum, so it was a choice. And Watching Over Me is a very, very popular Iced Earth ballad. And so we need to nurture that. But I'm sure at one point we're going to start bringing End of Innocence more into the fold.
Well, that makes sense because, reading reviews from the tours, from some of your past shows, the word comeback popped up a few times.
Yeah, so it's cool, man.
What was the writing process like for the rest of the album? Like I heard it was like pretty fun watching movies for some of them.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was we had to watch the movies in order to write to it and stuff like that. But this dystopian theme, we had a roster of a few movies that we wanted to write about, which were favorites of ours that dealt with dystopian themes. It was really fun. We had a good time. I think if you're not having fun doing this, then you shouldn't be doing it. That's the other thing. If you're writing this album, I think it really comes out in the album that we had it was a lot of creative process, and we were having a lot of fun doing it. And John and I write very well together. There's a cool chemistry there. So, and I'm sure it's just nothing. It's gonna mature also. So it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Okay. So, what Iced Earth tracks are your favorite to perform live? Like, which ones do you have fun? And you can't see anything from Dystopia.
Right. Okay. Fine. Damien and Dante's Inferno are two of my favorites to perform.
Cool. How old were you when you first heard of Iced Earth?
How old was I? I was about 18 years old, and I was listening to. I listened to Night of the Storm Rider, and then I got into Burnt Offerings. Then of course, Horror Show and all those albums. I'm a big horror movie guy, and the reason I really got into Iced Earth is because of the fact that Matt sang the songs in such a way, and the music was arranged in such a way and played, and the riffing and everything from the drums to the guitars to the singing told a story. And you could almost close your eyes and be in that story and listen to it and be in that fairy tale or be in that frame of mind, and it's sort of like watching a movie, and so it's really cool. That's why I really got into them.
All right. Well, I mentioned the word comeback earlier on, and I was looking at some of your dates coming up in the future. You got some pretty cool shit lined up. You're going to China.
Yeah.
That must be cool. Give us some details about that gig.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to China before with Into Eternity, and so I'm really excited to go there again. It's going to be fun. I mean, and the crowds are going to be great, I'm sure. It's going to be cool because I'm doing it at a different level also. So I think it's going to be a really fun experience. Hopefully Hopefully I don't eat any cat or dog, but we'll see. No. No, it's going to be a fun experience, and I think it's cool to be able to play China because they weren't really letting a lot of bands in before, and now they're opening their doors to the arts and international acts to come in. So I'm blessed to be able to perform there, and because not a lot of people have, so it's really cool.
All right, I want to talk a little bit now about Into Eternity. Okay, well, the two bands, Iced Earth and Into Eternity, are like two different styles of metal. Now, did you have any difficulty making like the transition from one band to the other?
I mean, there's a bit of a transition, but I knew I possessed the vocals that I needed to use in order to make the Iced Earth thing work.
In terms of writing?
In writing, it's a different writing process. We demoed the album like twice before we even did the master tracking on the Iced Earth stuff. With Into Eternity, we kind of, it was sort of like we never really demoed it too much. We just we wrote the music, jammed it out, and just recorded it kind of stuff. And so it's different processes. And yeah, there is a bit of a mentality sort of change because, you're entering from a smaller band to a way bigger band, and it's sort of different that way too. So, it's an adjustment period. So, but it's been really cool. I've been embracing the challenges and embracing all those changes. So it's been cool.
Okay, so our fans would like to know what does the future hold for Into Eternity in terms of like you being a part of them?
Well, I have to focus on Iced Earth. I will help out as much as I can Into Eternity. There's a couple of songs I just recorded with them. They were sort of recorded before I was in Iced Earth, but I'll see what I can do, man. But I have to, my home right now is Iced Earth, and I'm embracing it, and I'm having a great time, and I'm really excited about the music that we're creating together. Into Eternity is a phenomenal band. Tim Roth is an absolute genius when it comes to songwriting and his whole attitude towards heavy metal. He is a true heavy metal motherfucker, man. He's taught me so much, and Into Eternity will always thrive on. They've got a new touring singer, Amanda, and she's doing a really good job, and I'm really stoked for them. I'm really excited to see some of the videos of those first shows, because they need to keep going and they need to keep spreading the word of Into Eternity, and because it's really amazing stuff.
Right. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I just got a couple of fun questions I want to know about. So you're a big horror fan.
Yes.
Who would win, Jason or Michael Myers?
I'd say Jason.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I would. He's just more brutal. I'd say he's older and wiser. I don't know. He's got the outdoor skills also. In any environment, he can take you out.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. You're making a convincing argument there. Okay, but who's better? Who do you like better?
Who do I like better? I like Jason better.
Oh, no wonder why.
That's okay. I mean, Michael Myers is the essence of pure evil. Jason's a rip-off. Reference for you, pure evil. There you go. Michael Myers has his brutal aspects of his character. I think both of them, it would be a bloodbath, but me personally, I really think that Jason would come up on top.
There you have it, folks. Jason would win, I guess, from Stu Block. All right, one last question now, okay? Now you got to think about this one. This is a good one. Everyone likes this one. Okay, if two bands fucked and Iced Earth was the child, what two bands would be the parents?
I would say it would be Iron Maiden and I would say Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, usually I finish off on that one, but I have one more. While doing research for this interview, I found it kind of difficult to find like the year you were born in. Are you like self-conscious about your age or something?
No, I'm 34. I was born in '77, ladies and gentlemen. Man, no, I'm 34 years old. Yeah. So.
All right. So, well, there you have it, folks. Thanks a lot, Stu.
Cool, man.
You're real cool. Can't wait for the show tonight.
All right.
You're listening to Metal Attack MTL with Double D here on MetalMessiahRadio.com.